everyone, thank you for joining me for the second episode of the Personal Brand Impact series. I hope that you've had a chance to watch the first episode where I share with you the 3 things that you need to have for a successful and visible personal brand. It's just about 4 minutes long, so if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet and you want to learn more about personal branding, please take some time to do that. So today I want to share with you how your mindset, your energy and your confidence can have a detrimental impact on your life, but also how some challenges are essential to help you build that resilience and the strength that you need to run a successful business. So when I started my business in 2014, I was excited to get my first new clients and be up and running. I knew all about building a successful brand and marketing tactics, but I knew very little about sales, aside from the fact that I didn't like doing it. I didn't like having to approach people and try to convince them to buy something that they may not need. It filled me with dread, as it does for most people. I'm sure you can empathise with that. So by the end of around 2015, my business started to take a downhill turn. And I knew that I needed to sell. I saw all these other business owners, coaches, consultants running webinars and selling courses and high ticket programs, but I felt like I just couldn't compete with that. So I tried to learn and emulate what they were doing, but for some reason it just wasn't working for me, and I could not for the life of me understand why. Imposter syndrome was taking hold of my mindset, and I was scared to try anything new, because I'd never done it this way before, and I felt like I just couldn't compete because they were already so far ahead of me. So there's one thing I want you to learn about me. I'm an empath, so that means that I take on other people's feelings and emotions, and this can be a blessing and a curse. A blessing because it allows me to have the empathy and intuition to be compassionate and understanding of the people around me, including my clients. And a curse because sometimes that empathy means that I can put myself at detriment to others when I feel compelled to help them regardless of the consequences to myself, and especially when it comes to my family. So when my brother reached out for help in 2016 after being made jobless and homeless and struggling with his own mental health, I had to help him. And emotionally, financially and mentally, it took a toll on me. But for me, my family always comes first. So over the next few years, most of my time was spent caring for my grandmother from 2017 to 2019 when she developed dementia. And then there was a sudden and very unexpected loss of my dad on a flight over to London from Jamaica with my mum in June 2019. Then my mum was diagnosed with cancer in February 2020, right at the start of the pandemic. So I cared for her for a year when she battled this awful disease. Then we had the sudden and unexpected loss of my sister-in-law in June 2020, which was just a year after my dad passing away. And then another loss in October 2020 when my grandmother passed away in a care home. And she was heavily affected by not being able to see us because of the pandemic. Finally, and the worst of all, we lost my mum in just 4 months after my grandmother, exactly a year after she'd been diagnosed with the cancer, and just 4 days short of her birthday in February 2021. I remember speaking to the doctor, and when she told me that mum had only had days to live, and I said, although I don't want her to die, I also don't want her to suffer. It will be a relief for her and for me and the rest of the family that she was no longer in pain. So as you can imagine, all these challenges took a massive toll on me emotionally and energetically. My confidence during this period was absolutely non-existent. And even though I was trying to make my business work, it just wasn't. I didn't have the right mindset. I couldn't attract any new clients because I didn't have the right mindset. I couldn't sell my courses. I couldn't sell my programs. I just had no confidence. Nothing was working. I lost count of the times I wanted to give up, and I nearly did. The times that I struggled to pay my bills. The times that I thought about getting a normal job. I knew that my mental health was low, and that if things didn't change soon, I was going to go mad, and I couldn't go on like that. So after Mum passed, thankfully I was given the opportunity to speak to a therapist, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Getting help to work through everything that I'd been through, talk about my business, visualise what I really wanted and how I could achieve it, was the remedy that I needed to feel hopeful again. And those 8 sessions gave me back the confidence that I needed to focus on being positive about what I could achieve. I learned to appreciate the challenges that I'd been through and what it taught me about myself, my resilience, my mental strength, my talent, my love for helping people. Shortly after Mum's funeral, I had the freedom I needed to focus on my business after being a carer for my grandmother and my mum for 3 years, and things started to pick up. I simplified my services, I refreshed my website, and more importantly, I learned new tools for how to appreciate myself and what I had to offer without feeling like I wasn't enough. So learning how to recognise when my energy is out of sync with my goals and dreams and how to fix it is so important. I reposition my mindset about sales so that I focused on being of service to others. My purpose is to help you achieve your goals and your dreams so that you can be the very best, authentic version of yourself. Knowing how to maintain my energy, my confidence and my mindset to attract new clients allows me to keep my business moving forward and growing. Right now, I couldn't be happier with how I'm progressing, and I want you to have the same feeling about yourself, your business or your career. So if there's one thing that I want you to take from this video, is that you're stronger than you know. Whatever it is that you're going through, remember that the challenges that life throws at you, whether they're personal or professional, are going to give you the resilience and the strength that you need to be successful. Appreciate them, learn from them, and more importantly, appreciate yourself for getting through them. Get help when you need to get help. Allow people to help you. It all starts with you, your mindset, your energy, and your confidence. Thank you for listening to my story and my journey to success. And I'm going to be sharing with you in the coming weeks some news about my new personal brand management program. And I'm going to be inviting you to a free webinar where you can learn how to create and share a powerful and motivational message from your unique story that you can use to inspire others and change their lives. In the next episode, I'm going to be delving a little bit deeper into what confidence really means for you and how to step into your authentic confidence. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with anyone who you think needs to hear this message. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.